close that gap. That's good. We'll pull a couple more here. A little grinding, that should be good to go. Got this all welded up through here, welded up over through here. You get that bend to stick down where I need it to be so it'll clear the plugs. So, but this is really hard to weld. You just gotta kind of just zap it, work your way around it so you don't blow holes in it. This stuff's so thin. It's like paper thin, so we'll grind it off, maybe touch it up one more time, and that'll be good. That's the best welder right there. I like this welder. I'd rather use it over about anything. ESAB, EMP 215 IC. Works out pretty good. So turn that off. I'm done with that. Alright, so I got that all welded up. I'll have to grind it and then see if there's any more holes where I can see light, and then maybe touch it up another little bit again. So I guess we'll go home at the shop and try to put this on, so you guys stay tuned for that. Alright, so I did a little grinding on this, clean these up a little. So I got that kind of ground. I got to do a little more grinding on it and maybe touch up a few pinholes. That's why I'm grinding this off, make sure there's no porosity. That welder generally does a pretty good job, so it's nothing too serious, but you can see how much I dropped that tube down. I clocked it on that end down, and then I dropped this end down, and it has a little rise towards the back where I cut a piece out. But I'll finish grinding it up, and then we'll get her painted up with some high temp paint once it's all ground down. And the reason this looks kind of funny right here in this area, is because there's actually a piece right there, a wedge that I had stuck in, and it kind of wrapped it, and then I tacked it all the way in here, all the way around, tacked it all the way here, and then it narrows. As this comes around, it narrows down to nothing in the back. That's how it is around both sides. You can kind of see the shape of it right here where it comes around into nothing again, like that. So we'll get her cleaned up though and see. It don't look too horrible, I guess. It looks pretty decent, other than the welds look like crap, so I have to grind them off. But the only way I could weld this without it blowing holes in it was just touch the trigger lightly all the way around it and get it in. So, but we'll get it all cleaned up. We'll get her painted with some paint that's for high temperature, like barbecue paint or something like that. Or we'll just go buy some ceramic coat paint stuff from O'Reilly's or one of those places. But we'll get it looking good, at least fairly good. So just keep watching, and I'll get this stuff all installed, and we'll have that S10 on the road before you know it. There, you can see the difference, how that's dropped down. Now that one's tucked up under. So that's what we got that we're working with right there. So I've got my exhaust all done that I've been building. Right here, I had welded it here. It looks pretty good now that I got it all coated and welded up good. I'm going to take it out and stick it in that truck and see how it fits, and possibly hook it up and leave it in there, because it looks done to me. Other than I got to clean this up here still. A little weld sticking up that need to be cleaned up, but other than that, it's pretty much done. It looks pretty good. So stay tuned, and I'll go install it and we'll see how it looks. Alright, so I'm kind of liking the way that fits. Plugs and everything, but I gotta pull this back off to grind this and probably tack it one more time and get it solid welded. Down in there is pretty welded up good. It's got a little bit of slag in the one corner that I can't get off, but it'll be okay with that. I just like my stuff to look good. Might have to bring home my other, maybe I'll bring home my die grinder or something to get into that stuff. That's probably off to do. So other than that though, it's getting closer. So stay tuned, keep watching. You watch me finish this thing up. I'm going to try to have it done here in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Once I get the exhaust all in this thing, I got all this wire that I got to hook up to some sensors for the coolant sensor right there. And then I've got a few, I got to hook up my hot wire for my coil, so I got to figure out where I want it to go. And I got to loom everything up down in through here and tuck this all away. This is all the harness for that fuel injection stuff and for the HEI, or dang it, the MSD box that's on here. So, but I'm liking how that's laying out. You don't ever get that much clearance on these S10 headers like I got there. I might have to redo a set when I do my truck that I have that's blown up. I'm going to do one of these swaps into it, and I'll probably be more thorough on it when I go through it as far as making videos, just so I can show you guys everything as I go and build it all up. Alright everybody, so that about sums it up for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got more stuff to do on that exhaust. I can't get to it till after the holiday is over because I have to get to the welder, because my welder won't burn that stuff in very good. It's too thin, and my welder will blow big holes in it, and then I'll have a real mess to fix. So we'll work on that and get it all done, and then I'll get it final installed, and then we'll build the Y for the exhaust, and we'll get the rest of that wire loomed up, and that thing will be ready to go home and be done. So stay tuned and keep following along. Once we get this one done, I would like to maybe start on my other, I have my own S10 that I want to do now. I got the bug again, working on this one. So I think we'll do mine, and we'll just put a 350 in it with a turbo 350 transmission. And then after we get that all done, we'll start doing some upgrades on it and adding a cam and a few things like that as time goes on. So stay tuned, and I'll walk you guys through that build more thorough than this one, because this one I've had to kind of just get to it when I can, and I don't always have a camera that's charged up, and just work on it whenever I can. So you guys just stay with me, and we'll get this truck built. I want to have it running probably in the next week to 2 weeks, just when I have spare time from work. So yeah, it'll be a good time. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.